remove, detox, purify. But we're going to do it in a balanced way. We're not going to do it by trying to kill ourselves, right? You don't want to kill yourself. You don't want to get rid of self. You want to bring self to balance. Because let me share something with you all, and it's very important to understand. There isn't anything in the universe or outside of the universe that doesn't make mistakes. I'll say it again. I know I have some pastors on here. I know I have my church people, and this is no attempt to belittle or undermine your teachings. But truth must be balanced. Please listen to me, and I'm taking us somewhere. This is very important that you hear me, and you hear me well. There is nothing inside of the universe or outside of the universe that doesn't make mistakes. There isn't anything or anywhere that's anywhere that doesn't miss it. Oh, I know you're trying to say, wait a minute, what? Wait a minute, but God is perfect. Perfect doesn't mean that you don't mess up, you don't make mistakes. Perfection is only achieved when you are balanced. Okay? When you are balanced, what am I saying to you? What I'm saying to you is that as good as you are, that's how not so good you must be to have perfect balance. Balance is achieved when you understand the duality of things. Balance is achieved when you realize that you're off kilter, that you're leaning too far in one direction. Our bodies, this physiology, this anatomy, this biology tells us certain things. It tells us about the balance of the body. There has to be some things that are not so good to cause good to do what it does. What do I mean? For example, in your body, you have what you call candidas. Google it. You have candidas. Candidas are the bacteriums that are not good or not so good versus your good flora or versus your good bacterium. In order for your good bacterium to operate properly, it must have not so good bacterium to bring a balance. The not so good bacterium, the candidas, are the ones that are responsible for creating your appetite. When you get hungry, they are the aggressive elements that causes you to want to eat. But however, they must be balanced, because if not, then they'll cause you to eat the wrong things and bring destruction to your body. So you have to have good flora to keep them in balance. So the good flora is keeping the not so good bacteria in balance. Okay? All right, so there has to be a balancing mechanism. You hear me, and you hear me well. This is very important to understand. Now, so we're bringing balance, right? So we're bringing balance what? To congruency, to flow, to understand how to flow and get in the flow. Okay? Now, also, it brings you to the realm of fulfillment. What does fulfillment actually mean? You have to look at it in word reversal. It means to be fully filled. So when you're looking at the number 11s, listen to this. What it is coming to is telling you that, listen, it's time for fulfillment. This is the time and season that you're going to be full. So once you get full, guess what happens? You can begin to invent things. You can be creative when you're full. What? When your thoughts are fully filled. Ah, yes. Yes, when your thoughts are fully filled. When your thoughts, yes, you start to refine things. The number 11 is telling you, listen, you're about to refine things. Listen, all kind of inventions are coming out now. I mean, you just look at the situation of people that are making the masks that you're wearing. Look at the new types of T-shirts and type of paraphernalia that's coming out. It is creative. And this is what's happening. And this is your opportunity in time, because there are things that have been lying around in your mind. There are some of you that are on here that you've been having creative ideas in your mind. And then there are some of you that have started your businesses that are on the line. So if you're here today, let us know what your business is. Put it on the timeline so we can shout you out. All right? Put it on the timeline. Okay. Okay. Yes. Yes, truth must be balanced. This is correct, Kimberly. Yes, please share your businesses. Okay. All right. Just looking at you guys' comments. Okay. Now, yes, all of this is going to be dealing with balance. Correct. Now, also, it's going to take you to your higher ideas. We talked about this, about your higher ideas, taking you into that realm and that place, man, where you can manifest them. You can enter into an engagement with them and interact with them in the higher ideal realm. You can begin to interact with your thoughts. It's the interactive realm. So get ready for this. This is going to be an awesome season that you're going to have the ability to do the things that are necessary for your progression. All right. Now, 11 carries, and I want to get right in here because this is going to take us to where we're going to ultimately go. 11 carries a vibrational frequency of balance. Okay. We're being redundant. Please hear me. It represents male and female equality. I say this again. It represents male and female equality. Okay. Let me see. Please, the micro rag. Yeah. Gratitude. There is again a vibrational frequency of balance. We're being redundant on purpose. Okay, it represents male and female equality. And I must get this to you. It represents male and female equality. It does not represent male dominancy. Okay? It does not represent male dominancy. Okay? When you come into this Western culture, this Western culture is male dominant. It dominates the feminine. It dominates the female. There is an equality. And there is the females are still fighting, and particularly our white counterparts are still fighting for equality, right? Okay, stick with me because I'm going somewhere with this. So it's still fighting for what? Equality. Because again, Western culture is male dominant. And we're going to get into this because this is very important to understand. Okay. Now, it represents male and female equality. It contains both sun energy, moon energy, and simultaneously, listen to this, simultaneously, yet hold them both in perspective separateness. Simultaneously being one, but yet holding them in separate perspectiveness. Okay. So in other words, they still maintain their ability to be the sun and to be the moon. And this is how a real relationship should work, that the female retains her identity as well as the male obtaining or retaining his identity. Stick with me. This is important. This is why there's an imbalance in the force, because the masculine is dominating the feminine. Okay. And as a result of that, there is an imbalance in the force. Okay. So what that tends to is destructive interference. It doesn't lend to the understanding of constructive interference. Destructive interference, if you take two waves and collide them, they become destructive and begin to destroy. But constructive interference allows you to bring two waves together, and they come together and become so large, and they begin to spread out and become calm. There's a difference. So now we've dealt with, and you can go back and look at the first time when I dealt with the number 11, I dealt with the destructive elements of the number 11. So you can go back and check it out. It's there for you. Okay. All right. Now, so we're looking to get what? Perfect balance. As perfect as you are, then also as imperfect as you are. It is the only way that you can bring balance. As right as you are, as wrong as you are. That's balance. And you have to bring balance. Okay, family? Okay, let me move on. Now, 11 also consequently, constant reoccurrence of the number 11 in our lives often signals us to be aware of our balance. When you start seeing those ones, you start seeing those 11s, they're simply just talking to you. They're just saying, hey, make sure, dot your I's and cross your T's. Just make sure you're on your P's and Q's. Be watchful. Be mindful. Take your time. Calm down. You know what I'm saying? Because it takes us into something here. Because 11, when you're aware of it, it brings balance to your work and play. You learn how to work and play. Okay? You don't want to just work and not have play. It creates an imbalance. Okay? Right? Creates that frustration and tension and stress. So you want to make sure that, hey, you know what? Let me take my time with this. And let me see where I'm at within myself. Because, again, all of this is going to be internal and not external, not ostensible. Okay? All right. Now, it also is telling you about balance your emotions. Where are your emotions at? How are you doing emotionally? Are you okay? Are things well with you emotionally? Are you frustrated? Are you unfulfilled? You see? So it starts talking to you. It's talking to you. Isn't it interesting how the environment talks to us? Universe talks to us. The insects talk to us. The light, the darkness, all of these things are communicating with us. We just haven't slowed down to recognize it. Because why? We are a little off kilter. Okay? All right. Also, when that number 11 or ones, when they appear, it is referring to the balance of the masculine and the feminine aspects. Okay? It's important for us to understand that. Okay? Now, 11s are magnetic messages asking us if we are centered or if we're off kiltered. And I know, you know, it isn't just as simple, but it is just as simple when you can get the information, when there's something that's brought into your line of sight and hearing. It gives you something to refine with. It gives you something to enter into another thought processes with when you get other information, because information brings about transformation. Okay? Now, when we add 1 plus 1, 11 reduced, we get the number 2. 1 plus 1 equals 2, right? Which is also a balanced number. The number 2 also deals with, listen to this. This is powerful. You have to understand that there are some things that are being released. And if you can open yourself up and receive them, they're going to bless you tremendously, strengthen you tremendously, energize you tremendously. Check out what happens when 1 + 1 = 2. Look at this. It releases tact. Tact is very powerful. It gives you the ability to know how to deal with people on a level where you're not offensive. In other words, you know how to carry on a conversation without offending them while yet getting them to hear what it is that you're saying. Tact. Most of us in our relationship, we have no tact. We just say anything. We just do anything. We have no tact. But it's bringing tact. It also brings calmness and duality. Allows you to tap into those aspects of things. You're getting ready to tap into the aspects of things where you haven't been able to tap into them. Now there's going to be a conscious focus on tapping into them. Justice, where there haven't been justice. Listen, now we can decree it. When the number 11 shows up, the number 11 is saying that there are some things that are getting ready to be brought back into balance. Those scales are going to come in and bring balance, justice. Those that have been out of line with the law and have been above the law and have been going against the law shall be brought into balance with the law. Okay. Right. Now, it also means kindness. If you notice, there's an uptick in kindness. People are becoming more kind, whether it be because of COVID or whether it be because of financial situations or whatever is going on. Kindness is being released. Kindness. Hello. Hey, Yamoja. Okay, and here goes that word again. Equality. Equality is the balance when male and female come together in their balance. But one of the reasons why we're having an imbalance, family and friends, is that we haven't reconciled the hurt, the trauma, the disappointment, the abandonment, the separation anxiety, the anger we haven't dealt with. And it's creating an imbalance in the force. But stick with me. I'm getting ready to show you something here. Those who recognize the spiritual meaning of the number 11 in their lives are quite sensitive. Catch this. When you come to balance and recognize the number 11 in your life, something is going to happen. You're going to automatically vibrate to sensitivity. You won't have to fight for it, wrestle for it. You won't have to go in and pray for it. It's going to happen because you've come to balance. It's not going to happen when you're imbalanced. It's going to happen when you're balanced to let you know that you're balanced. To let you know that you're balanced, okay? Now, you're going to be quite sensitive to the vibrational frequencies matching these attributes above listed, those that I just listed. 11 appearing on constant basis is indicative of a reflective, thoughtful, and intuitive soul. You operating, fam. When you get into this right here, listen to this again. Listen. Those who recognize the spiritual meaning of the number 11 in their lives are quite sensitive, again, to vibrational frequencies matching those attributes listed above. What did we talk about? Tact, calmness, duality, justice, kindness, and equality, right? 11 appears on consistent basis, indicative of a reflective, thoughtful, and intuitive soul. That means that within your soul, you have achieved some level of balance, calmness. Okay? All right. The number 11 also represents confirmation to maintain integrity. And it means to enter into an open space of conscious awareness. The number 11, you enter into an open space of conscious awareness. In other words, you know exactly where you're entering into, you're getting in there, and you're opening yourself up. For example, when you come into the truth session, you're coming into an open space. Come on here to take your level of consciousness higher, or open it up, or confirm some things. Okay? All right. Now, it also, the number 11 brings you to realignment, to reaffirm, and to reestablish, and to rebalance your oneness. Oh, that's when you get on this frequency, on this vibration, this blue, this 11. This is awesome, fam. It is opening up some things for us to be able to move with grace, with calmness, with tact, that we become more intuitive, and we're able to sense things because we become more sensitive, because we're bringing balance. And once we bring balance, we bring back into the situation the femininity. Ah, yes. Okay. Now, as we deal with energy in our lives, it is integral to understand we are at once a part of it. And I know this is being philosophical, but I just need you to catch this. Just let it come into your ear gates, okay? Into your eye gates on the timeline. But listen to what it says. As we deal with energy in our lives, it is integral to understand we are at once a part of it, and yet the option to separate from energetic forces is present. And yet the option to separate from energetic forces when they're present. Okay? That's powerful. That's powerful. Simultaneously, at once we are a part of, and yet separate ourselves from. We have the option to do so. In other words, it is your choice and your decision to participate, to take part in, because it is your decision. Choice and decision. The more information you have, the more informed you become. And the more informed you become, the more developed on the inside you become, and you become more cognizant. Because why? Your cognition is turned on. Your ingenuity is turned on. And when your ingenuity is turned on, it gives you the greatest realm of higher ideals and forms of development. Yes, it's happening for us. Okay? Okay. Now, the spiritual meaning of the number 11 deals directly with our involvement with the progression of life. It deals directly with the spiritual involvement of our lives. The Greek call it Zoe, or the Zoe life. And another term from Zoe, the root in Zoe poeo, meaning to give life, to bring forth life. In other words, your creative ideas are about to bring forth life. New ideas bring forth new experiences. Each day that you rise, come on here, is a new day that you have been brought to life with new ideas, with new creative ability. This is the season and time that you're going to want to wake up. You're going to want to rise from your bed top. You're going to want to be, come on here, progressive. You're going to want to be, come on, successful. Why? Because within you now is the ability to do so. You've heard some things that, come on here, has struck, come on here, a sound within you. It is your season. It is your time. Oh, yeah. New season, new time. Okay. All right. Now, when the number 11 appears, it references both our ability, watch this, Remember, we're talking about being simultaneously a part of and then yet separate and apart from. Okay, now listen to this. When the number 11 appears, it references both our ability to, one, be objective, and two, to be subjective. Oh, that's powerful. You simultaneously have the ability in the will to be either objective or subjective. Isn't that something? That is within you when these numbers start to show the numerology of it, the spirituality of it, the consciousness of it. When it begins to develop and present itself to you, come on here. It is saying, let's get at it. Come on, let's make it happen. It's your season now. It's your turn. It's your ability. Now you can bring forth. Now you can reset. Now you can purify. Now you can refine a thing. Come on here. Now you can develop a thing. Now you can bring it forth. Now you can interact with it. Even if you, come on here, simultaneously are apart from it, yet you have the ability to interact with it. Oh, my. Yes, indeed. Yes. Now, listen to what it says. It says to be objective and subjective to life events. And then it goes on to say, it is how we enter through the doorway of choice that determines the purity of the outcome. I said again, the doorway of choice that determines the purity of the outcome is how we enter through that door. It's your intent. It is your motives. Are you sensitive? Have you brought yourself to a balance where you are sensitive enough to walk through that door, where you're going to be thoughtful, where you're going to be intuitive, where you're going to have the empathy if someone needs you, come on here, to talk with them, need you to walk with them, need you to develop with them, need you to join in a relationship with them, or need you to marry them. Are you ready? How are you going through that door? What are your intentions? If you want to be an inventor, what is your intent when you go through that door? Are you ready? Are you prepped? Are you willing to prepare yourself? What are you willing to do? Your choice. And it's how you enter through that door will determine what the outcome is going to be. It's you. It's you. All of this is going to be on you. It's your season. It's your time. So on you, fam. We're almost just about finished. What you hear? I just want y'all to do this real quick. So we're talking about this. We are saying this. Also, before I finish up, I received a call from DJ Boogie. Listen, we're going to be in Texas next week. I want to say this because it's going to come in line with something else I'm going to say. But they have they're in an all marathon online. You can look them up. And they are jamming. Now, remember I told y'all about hemi-syncing. I brought that in because I'm getting ready to hemi-sync you because he deals with music, the turntable. The turntable hemi-syncs our minds or turn on the whole element of our mind, the glias and the neurons of our minds, which means that we have the greatest capacity to be cognizant. Okay. All right. Okay. Now, there's two terms that I'm going to deal with. They're from the Latin. One is anima, and the other one is animus. Okay? Anima and animus. And I'll tell you all more about, just look them up at a Regime Squad. You can look them up online. I'll say a little something later. But the reason why I brought it in now, because we're dealing with hemisync. And what I'm getting ready to do is to sync your feminine and your masculine. And I'm being helped by the music. The music has the ability to cause us to sync our minds. Your right hemisphere and your left hemisphere, your masculine and your feminine, your light and your darkness. Okay? Now, again, the first term that I want to deal with is anima. And I need you to hear me. It's, again, it derives from a Latin word. It has derives from a Latin meaning. Listen to this. It's very important. It means a current of air, wind, breath, the vital principle, life, soul. Listen to this. The anima refers to the unconscious feminine dimension of a male, which is often forgotten or repressed in daily life. I'm going to say this to you again. You got to hear me. This is very important, sisters, women, goddesses, empress, your highness. I'm talking to you all. This is why it's very important to understand the aspects of the feminine and how powerful they are. And you don't want to get them unbalanced. Again, this is within a male, animus. It is the feminine element that is within the male. It is the vital current, the vital principle of life, the vital winds, the vital life, the soul of a man. And the animus refers to the unconscious feminine dimension of a male, which is often forgotten or repressed in daily life. Now, listen to this. Let me slow this down for you. Listen to this. The man who has connected with his feminine anima displays, watch this, tenderness, patience, consideration, and compassion. When you're in tune, this is why I told you all of this is going to go back to self. Again, listen. Anima derives from, again, a Latin meaning, means current. It's the vital principle, you all, by which it is the breath. The feminine is the breath. The feminine is she who gives life, that gives that vital principle to us. And if we're unbalanced, what happens? She begins to what? Remove life. Remove the what? Breath. Take away that vital principle. Come on here. And then slowly your soul begins to revert and go into another space where it has no control of itself. And this is what is happening now. Okay, so the man that is in tune with the current of air, that's in tune with the breath, that's in tune with the vital principle of the life and of soul, this man will have tenderness. He will be tender. He will be patient. He will be considerate, and he will have compassion. However, repression of the female element within males often results in a negative anima. Oh, wow. That emerges as personality traits such as vanity, moodiness, bitchiness, and sensitivity to hurt feelings, as described by Jungian psychologist Dan Johnston. Now, listen to this. Again, if he isn't balanced, this is how you understand when a male isn't balanced, fam. This is why I'm giving you this information. If you're dealing with someone, you know when they're unbalanced, because they're gonna exhibit this kind of behavior. They're gonna be what? They're gonna be vain, or narcissistic, okay, or conceited. They're gonna be moody. They're gonna be bitchy. They're gonna be so sensitive to the point that it hurts their feelings if you say something to them, say something about them. It hurts their feelings. That's when you know when they're off balance. You know how we can say something to someone and they just explode, just blow up. That means that there's an imbalance within their force, within the feminine element, within the male. Because when there is a balance, he'll have the patience to deal with it. He'll have the empathy to deal with it. And say, hey, wait, let's talk about this. Let's sit down and mull over this. Okay? Okay. Now, also, a man who has failed to embody his anima also tends to fall prey to emotional numbness. And we are having situations with that with the males. Okay? Okay. We'll fall prey to emotional numbness and toxic masculine traits such as, listen to this, aggression, ruthlessness, coldness, and purely rational approach to life. This is when you know there's an imbalance. You can just sit back and look at these things, and once you can identify them, then it becomes a conversation piece. You can sit down and talk about it. And if you need counsel, go to counseling. Right? It's okay. I'm also a professional counselor. If you need to talk to someone, inbox me. Okay? All right. Hey, Tammy. Okay. Okay, y'all. Now, let's look at the flip side of this, and then we can stick a pin in it. Okay. Now, that was anima. Now we're going to deal with animus. You have anima and you have animus. Now we're going to deal with animus. Okay. Now, remember, anima refers to the unconscious feminine dimensions of a man. Okay. Or of a male, okay, which is often forgotten or repressed in daily life, okay? Now, let's go to the animus. The animus is a Latin word that means the rational soul, life, the mental power, and intelligence. So this is the masculine that's on the inside of the feminine, which is on the inside of the female. Now, we talked about the animus that's on the inside of the male. Now, let's talk about what's on inside of the female. See, there is something that we're given to each other that is on the inside of each other. The female, the feminine, is giving us the breath. She has given us the current of the air, the wind, the vital principle, the life, the soul. She's given us the very essence of who we are. And it's on the inside of us. And we have repressed it. We have locked it down. We've been remiss. We've been angry and aggressive with her. Let's look at what our feminine counterparts have done. This is very important for us to hear, fam, if we're going to bring balance to this universe, bring balance to our life, bring balance to our relationships, marriages, etc. Animus, which is a Latin word that means the rational soul, life, the mental power, intelligence, is the unconscious male dimension in the female psyche. Okay. Now, due to societal, parental, and cultural conditioning, the animus or male element within the woman is often inhibited, restrained, and suppressed. See, there's an imbalance in the force. And until we begin to talk about these things and stop talking about a male dominant religious world, you have to understand what religion is doing to us. Religion is enslaving us. Religion is causing an imbalance in the force. It is causing imbalance in relationships, in marriages, and friendships, in the world. Come on. It is causing an imbalance because it of itself is imbalanced. You have all of these male dominant religions that suppresses the feminine. Okay. let's move on. Again, due to societal, parental, and cultural conditioning, the animus or male element within the woman is often inhibited, restrained, and suppressed. Now, bullet point. But the animus isn't always repressed. Sometimes it is actually overemphasized and imposed upon women. Now, within the female, the masculine isn't always repressed. Okay? Follow what this is saying. It isn't always repressed in a female, but it is actually overemphasized and imposed upon the female. So in other words, really a female is not being masculine. She's actually having something imposed upon her to cause her to act in the way that she's acting, to cause her to be irrational, to cause her to be numb, to cause her to be insensitive and to be aggressive. There is something that is causing that. You don't just wake up in the morning time and act that out. You don't just wake up in the morning time and feel like I want to be male dominant and be a male walking around and I'm a female. Something happens. Something is downloaded that causes you to respond in a way. And I'm not knocking anyone's sexual choices. That's upon you. But what I'm saying is there's some type of download, something that happens to us as male and female, female and male. There's something going on within us. When our sexuality is challenged within us, there's something that is going on with us. There's an imbalance somewhere in us. There's some misinformation somewhere in us. Right? Maybe there's something that was imposed upon us. We was traumatized, abused, raped, molested, abandoned. All kinds of things that is within us and that are going on the inside of us that maybe needs to be broached. Okay? Now, but the animus isn't always repressed. Sometimes it is actually overemphasized and imposed upon the woman. And they go on to say, take Western society, for example. Here is a culture that ruthlessly imposes masculine ideas such as stoicism, emotional numbness, ruthlessness as a way to excel and succeed in life. See, that means that there's an imbalance. This Western culture has taught the feminine element and quality in our female to be ruthless, to be numb, to have no more empathy and love for humanity. Wrong frequency, wrong vibration. That's why we're changing the frequency and the vibration. That's why we're putting these sounds into your ear gates and putting information into your eye gates so that you can see where you're at on the inside of yourself. How's your anima versus your animus? Okay. And then also they go on to say all of these external elements can contribute toward a negative animus, which can reveal itself in a woman's personality through argumentative tendencies. Look at this. I'll say this again. All of these external elements can contribute towards a negative animus, which can reveal itself in a woman's personality through argumentative tendencies, brutishness, destructiveness, and insensitivity. When those things are prevalent, then you know that there is an imbalance, and you need to check your integrity. You need to check the level of your integrity. Check your tact. Okay. However, integrating a positive animus into the female psyche can result in strength, assertiveness, level-headedness, rationality. And you can look these up. This is lonewolf.com, but the information that I have If you want my source notes, you can inbox me and I will make sure that you get the source notes, okay? All right? That's anima and animus. One deals with the rational soul, the life, the mental power, and the intelligence, which is the animus, which is within the female. There is an attempt to use destructive interference to unravel your ability to have a rational soul and to deal with life on that level in the mental power and the intelligence. There is a concerted effort in a destructive way to keep you from being God, the goddess. She who does what? That gives the current of air, the wind, the breath, the vital principle of life, the soul. You're very important. Goddess, Empress, Your Highness, Your Royal, Your Venerable Noble One. You bad girl. Oh, you can do some things. You can restore, take us back and reset us. You can reset. Come on, purify us, Mama. You always have purified us. This is the time that the feminine come back in alignment. This is time for alignment and balance. Reconstruction, reaffirming, reaffirmation. Reconstruct. This is your season, Queen, Goddess, Gaia, Empress, Your Highness, Your Royal One, Your Most High One. Oh, Noble One. Oh, it's you. We give all praises. All praises. Come in alignment. Come back to your throne. Come back to that place where you give life and not take it. Come back to that place and give that vital breath. Come back to that place where you stroke our souls. Come back to that place where you allow our souls to intertwine. Come back to that place where the fire of life, the fire of the eternal glory that burns within you, oh, that you shared with us. Oh, bring it to us. Oh, Mama, bring it on home. Bring it on home, Mama. Come on back to the throne. Oh, come on back to the throne. Woo! It's yours to reclaim. It's yours to reclaim, Mom. It's yours to sit upon. Come on home. Thank you, Cynthia, for your donation. Gratitude. Thank you, Master Teacher, for your donation. I love you. I love you, family. Yes. Listen, if you haven't had an opportunity, is this first time with us here in the Truth Session, please go to our page and like and follow. It's called the Truth Session. That's right. Go, please, to that page. That's right, the Truth Session page. That's it. If you haven't had an opportunity, please like and follow. Also, you can find us on YouTube. You find us on YouTube, the THEE, separate word, one, ONE, apostrophe. The THEE, separate word, one, exclamation point. That's how you can find me on YouTube, and we have some good stuff on YouTube as well. You'll be able to catch up on some of the sessions. If you haven't been in a few of the sessions, you'll be able to catch up. So we are excited. Listen, I just want to say thank you once again for your time on Saturday. we're not remiss to be filled with grateful gratitude. Yes. Let me check the timeline one more time, fam, before we get off. You're most welcome. Also, we want to thank Sister Stephanie also for her donation right before we got off last session. So we want to say thank you. So with that, I've come to that space and place and time where you always know I have to say, hold what you got. Muse over it. Cogitate upon it. Ponder on it. But by all means, do what? Govern yourselves accordingly. One love, eternal life, peace, power, prosperity, and excellent health in my JP voice. Shalom Aleichem. Mishpikah.